Good evening, Aviral. Okay, so we have already completed the first class on straight lines. So this is our second class on straight line and pair of lines. So I hope you have all seen the previous video so that you can understand what I'm going to teach you in this session. So today we are going to cover, in this second class, we are going to cover these topics. First, we will complete position of points with respect to a line. Then we will go for family of lines and its converse theorem. Then we will find out foot of the perpendicular and image, how to find out the foot of the perpendicular and image. Then we will go for translation and rotation of axis. And the last but not the least, which we are going to cover in this session, is parametric form of straight line. Okay, so we are all ready to start. See, the first topic is position of 2 points with respect to a line. So let us say that there is a line and we are having 2 points. We are having 2 points. Let us say one is x1, y1, and another one is x2, y2. Okay, and the equation of this line be ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Now, the question is whether these 2 points lie on the same side of this line or it lies in the opposite side of the line. That's the main target for this topic. To find out whether these 2 points lie on the same side of the line or it lies in the opposite side of the line. So all you have to do is you have to simply put those 2 points in the given equation. Okay, so this is the expression that we are getting after putting the point x1, y1. And if we put the second point, we are going to have this expression. Now, if you find that both of these 2 expressions are having same sign, that is, this is positive, this is also positive, or this is negative, this is also negative. That is, these 2 expressions are having same sign. Then you will say that these 2 points are on the same side of the line. But if you find that these signs are opposite, that is, if the sign of the first expression is positive, then the sign of the second expression will be negative, or vice versa. If it is so, then we will say that these 2 points are lying in the opposite side of this given line. That is, one point is here, another point will be here. This x2, y2 will be in the opposite side of this line. So it's pretty simple to remember this. What I have done, I have simply put the 2 points given to us in the given line, in the expression of the given line. And if we find that they are having the same sign, then we will say that the points are lying on the same side of the line. And if it is of opposite sign, we will say that the 2 points are lying in the opposite side of the line. Now suppose We have been given only 1 point. We have been given only 1 point, x1, y1, and the line is given to us. The equation of the line is, again, the same one, this. Now the question is, how we will represent or how we will say that this point is in which side of this line? So whenever 1 point is given to us, whenever we are having only 1 point and we have to decide in which side of the line the point lies, then what we do, we take the help of our second point, which is our origin, right? Now what I will do, I will simply put x equals to 0 and y equals to 0 in this given line. So if I put x equals to 0 and y equals to 0 in the given line, we will find that your C is coming to positive or negative. It depends on what is your C. If C is positive, we are getting the expression as positive. If C is negative, we are getting the value of the expression negative. Then what we will do, we will put the second point, which is x1, y1 in the given line. So this will be our expression. Now, if suppose we are taking that we got that C, which is given, is positive. And if you find that this expression is also positive, then we will say that this point, the point x1, y1, it lies on the same side of the origin. That is, this point is lying on that side which contains the origin. Is it clear? But if you find that C is positive, but this expression is less than 0, then we will say that this point is lying in the opposite side which contains the origin. Is it clear? Now, if your C is negative, and if we get this expression, the value of this expression positive, then what we will say? Again, we will say that the point x1, y1 is lying on the opposite side which contains the origin. Opposite side of which it contains the origin. Means if your origin is lying here, the point will lie somewhere here. It is in the opposite side of the given line. Okay? And if you find that C is negative, but this expression is also negative, it means that this point x1, y1 is lying on that side which contains the origin. As simple as that. That is, whenever 1 point is given to us, we will take help of the origin and we will say that the point is on the side which contains the origin or in the opposite side which contains the origin. That's it. Whenever 1 point is given to us. Okay, so whenever 1 point is given, we will take the help of the origin. That's it. Okay, let us take some problem based on this. See this question. The question is, find the range of K. Find the range of K such that the point this lies between the lines this and this. What are the two lines? One line is, and what about the second line? Okay, now we can easily see that these two lines are parallel lines. So let me just draw these two lines. Say one line is this And another line is, let us say this, which is a parallel line. Okay? Now, the equation of this line will be 3x plus 4y is 5, and the equation of this line will be 3x plus 4y is 15 over 2. Right? Now the question is, the point P will lie between these lines. That is, this point is our P, which is 3k comma 2k. Okay? Then what should be the range of k? That's the question. Now we can easily see that for this line, the origin and this point are lying in the opposite side of this line. So in this equation, for this straight line, if I put 0, 0, we are going to have minus 5, which is less than 0. Now, as this point is lying in the opposite side of the origin, and for this we are getting a negative value. So if I put this point in this expression, that is, so this expression, the value of this expression will be definitely greater than 0. Why? Because it is lying in the opposite side in which the origin, on the opposite side of the origin. Is it clear? Of the given line. So from here we are getting, so 17k minus 5 is greater than 0. So k will be greater than 5 over 17. Is it clear? Now for the second line, this point P and the origin, they are lying on the same side. Now if I put the origin in this expression, that is, in this expression, we can easily see that we are getting a value less than 0. Now, as this point P and the origin are on the same side, therefore, if I put the point P in this expression, this will be also less than 0. Why? Because the origin and this point are lying on the same side. So the expression, the sign of this expression will be same as the sign what we got after putting the origin in the given expression. Clear? So from here we are getting so k is less than 15 over 34. Is it clear? Thus, the range of k is lying between 5 over 17 and 15 over 34. Is it clear to all? Is this clear to all? Absolutely. Let me reveal the answer. Okay. So this is how we find out the range of k. Here what we have done, I have simply, since one point is given to us, so I have simply used the origin to find out that the point P lies in which side. The side which contains the origin or the side which is opposite to the side which contains the origin. That's exactly what I have done here. Right? So combining these two, we will getting the answer that k is lying between 5 over 17 and 15 over 34. So that is the range of k. Okay? Now, next problem. See this question. Again, a same type of question. But here, we have been given a triangle. Okay, we have been given a triangle. Let me just draw the triangle first. Let us say our triangle is something like this, a scalene triangle. Okay, like this. And let us say that we have been given that this three lines are forming the triangle. Let us assume this is this line. This one is, let us say, x plus 3y minus 7 is 0. And this is your x-axis, that is y equals to 0, right? Now the question is, the point A comma A lies inside this triangle. It lies inside this triangle. Let me say the point is this. Let us say the point be P. This is A comma A. So what I will first do, I will simply find out the vertices of this triangle. Okay? Let me give the name of those vertices, A, B, C. So what will be the vertices? What will be the vertex A? So we are simply solving y equals to 0 and x plus 3y minus 7 equals to 0. So we are getting x as 7 and y as 0. So coordinate of A is 7, 0. Right? Let us solve point C. What is your C? We will solve y equals to 0 and this line. So we are getting x as, after putting y equals to 0 over there, we are getting x as 1/3. So the coordinate of C is 1/3, 0, right? Now we have to solve for B, for which we will solve this simultaneous equation, this one and this one. So let me just multiply with 3. So we are having 9x minus 3y minus 3 is 0. And we are having there x plus 3y minus 7 is 0. So after adding, we are getting 10x minus 10 equals wonderful. We got a very nice coordinate, which is x equals to 1. Now, if x equals to 1, so we are getting 3 minus 1 is y. So we are getting y as 2, right? So the coordinate of B is nothing but 1, 2. Is it clear? Now, how we will show that this point P, because that is the condition, point P, which is A comma A, is lying inside the triangle, So for this, what I will do, first I will take the condition that the point 7, 0 and A comma A lying on the same side of this line. Then we will show, I will take that this point P and B, they are also lying on the same side of this line AC. And then we will take the condition that the point P and C are lying on the same side of the line AB. Now, if you take the intersection of these three, then we are going to have the condition that point P will be very much inside the triangle ABC. Is it clear? So let us start with the first one. That is the point 7, 0 and A, A are lying on the same side of 3x minus y minus 1 equals to 0. So if I put 7, 0 in this expression, we are going to have some value which is positive. So after putting A, 0 over here, we are having 3a minus 0 minus 1. It has to be greater than 0. They are going to have the same sign. Why? Because the point A and point P are lying on the same side of the line BC. So from here we are getting A is greater than 1/3. Is it clear? A is greater than 1/3. Now let us take the point 1, 2 and the point Oh, I'm sorry. I have done one mistake, a major mistake I have done. That is 7 comma 0, and the point is not a comma 0. It's a comma a, right? It's a comma a. So here it will be a only. So it will be 2a is greater than 1. That is, this part will become half. I have taken that thing as a only. No. So this is greater than half. Okay. Now, we are considering the point a comma a and 1 comma 2. With respect to the line AC, which is your y equals to 0. Right? Now, if I put 1 comma 2 over here, we are getting what? 2. We are getting 2, and 2 is greater than 0. Now you put a comma a in this line, which is definitely a, which has to be greater than 0 because the point P and B are lying on the same side of y equals to 0. Therefore, from this condition, we got that a is greater than 0. Right? Now we are taking the last condition, that is the point P and 1/3 comma 0 will lie on the same side of the line. So if I put 1/3 comma 0 in this line, we are going to have some value which is less than 0. So obviously, if you put a comma a in this line, you are going to have value which is definitely less than 0. Again, I'm telling you why it is so. Because the points C and P are lying on the same side of AB. That is why they are having the same sign. So from here we are having 4a minus 7 is less than 0 implies a is less than 7 over 4. Okay. So now we have to combine this condition. Where is the first condition? This is the condition. This condition as well as this condition to get the actual condition given that the point a comma a will lie inside the triangle. So what is the intersection of these three solutions? We will have a is greater than half, less than 7/4, and that will be the range for a. That will be the range for the parameter a. As simple as that. Is it clear to all? So have you understood what I have done? When they are saying that a point is inside the triangle, you have to take 3 cases. You have to take 3 cases and you have to combine their solution, combine their solution to get your final answer such that the point will be inside the triangle. For that, what I have done? First, I have said that the point A and P are lying on the same side of BC. We will use the condition. Point P and B are lying on the same side of the line AC. We will use the condition. And again, point P and point C are lying on the same side of AB. So we will apply the same condition over there. And by taking intersection of these 3 conditions, we are going to have our final result such that the point P will be inside the triangle. I hope it is clear to all of you. Let us move for the next problem. See this question. The question is absolutely the same question just now what I have done. But this came a long time back in IIT 1992. The question, you see, I'm not going to do this. This will be your homework. And you must write its answer in the comment box. What they have said, determine all values of lambda such that this point is given, which is lying inside the triangle formed by these 3 lines. Exactly the same sum I have done right now. Exactly the same sum I have done right now. So you people will try this sum. And again, I'm repeating, please do comment in the comment section what is the range or what are the values of alpha. Okay. So let's move for the next problem. Okay, this is a condition. It's a new conception. What is that? Family of lines. Now, what they have said, there are two lines, L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. These are the two intersecting lines. These are the two intersecting lines. That is, there are two lines. One is this, another one is this. Now, think about it. Through their point of intersection, there are infinite number of lines which are passing. Infinite number of lines which are passing through their point of intersection. These all lines are what called your family of lines. Okay? These are the family of lines which are passing through the point of intersection of L1 equals to 0. And let us say this one is L1 equals to 0. L1 is basically the equation of the line. And L2 equals to 0. This is the equation of the second line. Okay? So through their intersection, infinite number of lines are passing. Now writing all those lines in one equation is what called your family of lines. All those infinite pink lines which have been shown here will be represented by this equation. That is L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. And for different values of lambda, this is going to represent different lines. Is it clear? And what is lambda? Lambda belongs to any real value. I'm taking an example. Let us say we are having two straight lines like 3x plus 4y minus 5 is 0. And another one is say 2x minus y plus 7 equals to 0. Now the question is, find out the equation of the lines which are passing through this point of intersection. Again, I'm telling you, these are all family of lines because there are infinite lines passing through this point of intersection. So this equation actually represents all those family of lines. For different values of lambda, we are going to have different equation of lines. So the family of lines which are passing through the point of intersection of these two lines is given by this equals to 0. Here your lambda is what called the parameter. Your lambda is the parameter. And this belongs to any real value. It belongs to any real value. So for different values of lambda, we will have different equation. Now, one should ask me one question, sir, why you have taken lambda times of this expression? Why not lambda times of this expression? You can take that. It's no problem. Even you can write this equation in this way. There is no harm. This is again going to give you that family of lines which are passing through the point of intersection of L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. That's it. Okay. Now, what is the converse of family of lines? It is saying that if a line is expressed in the form of a family, if any line is expressed as in the form of a family, like I'm telling you, suppose we are having lambda L1 plus lambda times L2 is 0. Or we can write this way also, lambda L1 plus L2 equals to 0. Or we can write in this way also, lambda times L1 plus mu times L2 equals to 0. Again, here lambda, mu all belongs to any real value. Okay, and they are the parameters. They are the parameters. Then the converse theorem states that all these lines are passing through the point of intersection of the lines L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. That's it. All this family of lines are passing through a point of intersection of, which is a fixed point. point of intersection of L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. Very, very important. Every time you are going to solve straight line problems of JEE level or even in your boards level, this method is so very important in solving problems that you will understand while you will solve problems from your previous year papers or from your boards book even. So we must remember these two things, that when two lines are given to us, then any line which is passing to the point of intersection of these two given lines is L1 plus lambda times L2 equals to 0. Or if any line is expressed in the form of a family like this, L1 plus lambda L2 or lambda L1 plus L2 or lambda L1 plus mu L2, whichever way, these are all form of a family of lines. Then it states that it always passes through a fixed point. And the fixed point is nothing but the point of intersection of L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. That's it. Is it clear? Okay. See this question. What is the question? The question says that find the equation of the straight line passing through the point of intersection of the lines this and this. So the moment I saw that it has been said in the question, the point of the line, my required line is passing to the point of intersection of these two lines. What you can do is that I will simply write any line which is passing to the point of these two lines is given by this equals to 0. What is this? This is the equation of that line. Rather, I should say that lines which are passing through the point of intersection of these two straight lines. Right? Now our task is to find out this lambda. And to find out this lambda, they have given different conditions. So the first question states that it also passes through the point 1, 3. It also passes through the point 1, 3. So simply put 1, 3 in this equation. As this line is passing to the point 1, 3, you can put it here. So what we are getting, because it must satisfy this. So from here we are getting, for the first sum, we are getting lambda is nothing but minus 15 over 4. Is it clear? Lambda is nothing but minus 15 over 4. So what is the equation? The equation is simply put this value of lambda, in this equation. Okay? Is it clear or not? Let me just erase this. Okay. So if I put lambda equals to minus 15 over 4 in this expression, what we are going to have? So the required equation is which is equals to 0. Therefore, the equation will give us, the equation is basically minus 18x minus 29y plus 109 equals to 0. Or you can write in this way also, 18x plus 29y minus 109 equals to 0. That's it. Now, one can ask me a very simple question out of this. He can ask me, he said, I have to find out an equation which is passing to the point of intersection of this given two straight lines, and it passes to the point 1, 3. I can easily solve this given two equation to get the point of intersection. So I got 1 point and I know that the line is passing to this point 1, 3. So there I can apply 2-point form, which is y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 equals to x minus x1 over x2 minus x1. This is your 2-point form of a straight line. So I can use that and I can get the equation. Answer is yes, you can. But here what I want to show you how you are applying the family of lines in the question. Because at the end of the day, critical questions can be solved, because there will be, time will come when you will find that solving this two given equation is little difficult. Because JEE people, they will give you questions in such a way that you cannot solve that two equations, or you can solve, but it will take a long time to solve it. So in those cases, this method, this form or family of lines is going to help us a lot. That's why I'm teaching you this line, this conception. Okay, now what is the second condition given? The second question is that lines are same, the family of lines are same. Now they are saying that this family of line, find out the equation of that line which is cutting equal intercepts. Now, there is a big question. In the previous class, I told you when it has been said that it cuts off equal intercepts. Equal intercepts, what do you mean by that? What is the slope of the line when it cuts equal intercepts? Can you remember this? Write down in the chat section. What will be the slope of the line which is cutting equal intercepts on the coordinate axis? Write down in the chat section quickly. Equal intercepts on coordinate axis. Write down quickly. You have all forgotten, or you have not revised that. The slope in that case, when it is of equal intercepts, slope is -1. Slope is -1. Okay? So here, this is the family of lines. This is the family of lines. So what is the slope of this line? Let me just write this family of lines in a proper way. Four y plus 3 lambda y plus 1 minus 7 lambda equals to 0. So from here we are getting 2 lambda plus 3x plus 3 lambda plus 4y is 7 lambda minus 1. So from here we are getting, what is the slope of this line? You can write this thing in the form of y equals to mx plus c. So from there you will get its slope. What will be the slope? What will be the slope? The slope will be minus 2 lambda plus 3 divided by 3 lambda plus 4. Convert this line in the terms of y equals to mx plus c to find out its slope. Now by the problem, this is equals to -1. So from here what we are getting? We are getting minus goes off. So 2 lambda plus 3 equals to 3 lambda plus 4. So we are having lambda equals to -1. We are having lambda equals to -1. So now you put lambda equals to -1 in this given equation to get your required line. So if I put lambda equals to -1, we are going to have x plus y is -8. Or you can write this thing as x plus y plus 8 equals to 0. That's it. Is it clear? So this will be the equation of the line. Okay. Now see the third condition. It is parallel to the x-axis. If it is parallel to the x-axis, then what is its slope? If a line is parallel to the x-axis, what is its slope? Its slope is 0. If it is parallel to the x-axis, its slope is 0. And in case of parallel to the y-axis, its slope is infinity. Is it clear? Now, if slope is 0, then what we will write? We will write 2 lambda plus 3 over 3 lambda plus 4. Because this is the slope, minus sign is there. This is actually the slope of that family of line. Now, according to our condition, the slope is 0. So this will be equals to 0. So from here we will write that 2 lambda plus 3 is 0 implies lambda is minus 3 over 2. And the moment you get the value of lambda equals to minus 3 over 2, you put it in this equation to get the actual equation of the line, the required equation of the line. That's it. Now, for the fourth one is parallel to the y-axis, as I told you that your aim will be in this case infinity. Again, what is the slope of the family of line? It's 2 lambda plus 3 over 3 lambda plus 4, which in this case is infinity. It is possible only when 3 lambda plus 4 equals to 0. So from here you will write lambda is nothing but minus 4 over 3. And again put this value in this given line, in the family of lines to get your required equation. Is it clear to all? Absolutely. Okay. See this question. The question says that there are two lines, this and this. A variable line is passing through the point of intersection of L1 and L2. And cart stacks. So let us do one by one. So let me say the family of lines which is passing through the point of intersection of L1 and L2 can be written as okay, this is the family of line. Now they have said that this line is cutting the axis at A and B. Show that the midpoint of AB describes the curve this. That is, you have to find out the locus of the midpoint of AB. You have to find out the locus of the midpoint of AB. So let me just simplify this family of lines a little bit. Is it clear? Now, where it is intersecting the x-axis, you can either convert this line in the intercept form, or you can simply put y equals to 0 to find out where it is intersecting the x-axis. So we can easily see that it is intersecting the x-axis at this point. Right? And where it is intersecting the y-axis, simply put x equals to 0 in the equation. So what we are getting? Okay, so what we actually got is a line. That family of lines is, it is intersecting the x and y axis at A and B. So what is the coordinate of A? And what is the coordinate of B? Is it clear? Now what you have to find out? You have to find out the locus of the midpoint of this AB. Let us say H comma K be any point on the locus. Let us denote this point as P. Okay? So what will be the locus of the point P? Now, simply applying the midpoint formula, we get this is your H, and what is your K? Okay, so from here we are getting H as and from here we are getting K as that's it. So we got H and K. Now we are trying to find out the locus of point P. So we need a relation in H, K and constants. So from these two equations, we can easily see that if you remove lambda, then the game is over. If you remove lambda, the game is over. Okay? So how to remove the lambda? You can do it in various ways. You can do it in various ways. You have to remove lambda from these two equations. Can you tell me how you will remove lambda from here? One very easy way if nothing is coming right now. So all you do is you simply find out what is lambda from this equation. Let me cross multiply. Okay, so we will have so from here we are getting lambda is, tell me yes or no. Now put this value of lambda in the second equation. What you are getting? K equals to, let me write it here. K equals to 3 times lambda plus 1. Achha, let me just write it here. What is lambda plus 1? 3 minus 2h divided by 3h minus 3 plus 1. So we are having again, I told you when nothing is coming in your brain right now, do it by this method. H minus 1, right? That is your lambda plus 1. So replace this. H minus 1 here. So that is the value of K. Okay. Because K is 3 times lambda plus 1 divided by 2 lambda plus 3. 2 lambda plus 3. What is 2 lambda plus 3? Let me calculate here. What is 2 lambda plus 3? So we are having so what we are having now? Is it clear? So write it down. So what I will do, simply cancel this two. So you are having K 5h minus 3 equals to 3h, right? So 5kh equals to 3h plus 3k. So that gives us 3 times x plus y. I'm replacing h by x to find out the equation of the locus and k by y. So 3 times x plus y equals to 5 xy. That's it. That's it. And that's exactly what they have said to prove. Is it clear to all? Simple thing. Simply remove lambda, nothing else. Because that is the only parameter that we are having here. It is the only parameter that we are having here. So from these two equations, I have simply removed lambda. That's it. Is it clear now? Okay. Let us move for the next problem. You can solve this. I mean, you can find out the relation between h and k by other way also. But if that thing is not coming in your brain that time, so do it by the Desi method. This method is what I call Desi method. Why you know? Because this is a pretty simple thing. It is much better to apply Desi method other than using a very, complicated method or a method which you have to think a lot in the examination hall. It is better to use any method to solve the sum. Okay? Now, yes, Ashish. Good evening. Let us move for the next problem. So this question. What is the question? P and Q are the parameters. All the lines of this family passes through the point x1, y1. Then find the value of x1 plus y1. That's it. That's the question. So now we can, this is, how many of you can understand that this is nothing but the converse of family of lines? Because here P and Q are the parameters. Now see how I'm writing this equation in this parametric way. This is the question given to us. So let me write in this way. Px plus 2py minus p plus qx plus qy minus 2q equals to 0. So if I take p common, what we are having, x plus 2y minus 1 plus x plus y minus 2 equals to 0. Now, can you see one thing? Can you see one thing? This is of the form I have already taught you. I'm telling you, I'm taking you to that slide. Have you seen this? What I told you? That whenever it is of the form L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0, or lambda L1 plus L2 equals to 0, or lambda L1 plus mu L2 equals to 0, then this line is always passing through. It is always passing through a fixed point, which is nothing but the point of intersection of L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. Okay? So, in this case, we can easily see as P and Q are the two parameters. So, what we will say? You will say that these lines, this family of lines is passing through a fixed point. And that fixed point is nothing but the point of intersection of these two straight lines. Of these two straight lines. Is it clear? Now, simply solve these two equations to get the point of intersection. So if I solve it, we are going to have y is minus 1. And if I put y is minus 1 over here, we are getting x is 3. Is it clear? So the point is nothing but 3 comma minus 1. And in our question they have given that point is x1 comma y1. Therefore, your x1 is 3 and y1 is minus 1. Therefore, what is the value of x1 plus y1? It will be 3 minus 1. Answer is 2. Is it clear? Is this clear? Simple sum. You have to simply remember the family of lines and the converse of family of lines. That's it. Okay. Chalo. Let us move for the next problem. See this question. The question says that ax plus by plus c equals to 0 passes through fixed point. This line passes through fixed point for the following condition. Find that fixed point for every condition. Is it clear? So the first case is that your A, B, C are in AP. If A, B, C are in AP, you have to show that ax plus by plus c equals to 0. It passes through a fixed point. And you have to find out that fixed point. You have to find out that fixed point. Now look at very carefully. They have said that A, B, C are in AP. It means what? It means 2B equals to A plus C. When A, B, C are in AP, then 2B equals to A plus C. So what is your B? What's your B? Your B is, or you can say, even if you don't want to calculate B, forget it. You write your C is what? It's 2B minus A. Your C is 2B minus A. Simply replace this in this equation. So what you are getting? Ax plus by. And in place of C, I'm writing 2B minus A equals to 0. Now, from this, if I write in this way, what you are going to have? An equation something like this. A times x minus 1 plus b times y plus 2 equals to 0. So this is the form of a line which is passing through a fixed point, which is nothing but the point of intersection of this and this line. So from here we are getting x is 1 and x is minus 2. Therefore, the fixed point for the first problem is nothing but 1 comma 2. I'm sorry, 1 comma minus 2. 1 comma minus 2. So that is that fixed point. Is it clear to all? Okay, now let us see question number 2. Same thing. The line is passing through a fixed point. You have to find out that fixed point. But the condition they have given that A, B, C are the first, fifth, and 11th term of the AP. Right? So here the first term is A. And what about the fifth term? B is the fifth term. So fifth term will be nothing but A plus 4D. And what is D? D is the common difference. D is the common difference of that AP. Right? So you got B as nothing but A plus 4D. Now what about C? C is basically A plus 10D. I hope you people know how to find out the nth term of an AP. How to find out the nth term of an AP? It's A plus n minus 1 into D. And that is the reason why I have written 4D when I found the fifth term of that AP. It is basically 5 minus 1 into D, which gives us 4D. So your C is nothing but A plus 10D, because this is the 11th term. Is it clear? Now, what is the equation? Equation is A plus by plus C equals to 0. Okay? So, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Now, in place of A, let it be there. In place of B, you write down A plus 4D y plus. In place of C, you write A plus 10D, which is equals to 0. So now if I open the brackets, we are going to have A times x plus y plus 1. And for this one, we are getting four y plus 10 d equals to 0. Check it. Check it. Is it clear? Now we can easily see that it contains two parameters A and D. So we will say this line is passing through a fixed point, which is nothing but the point of intersection of this line and this line. So from here we are getting y is nothing but minus 5 over 2. And if I put the value of y in the first equation, we are going to have is it clear? So what is that fixed point? It is 3, 2 minus 5 over 2. That's it. Can you see how I'm converting this line in terms of converse of the family of lines? Okay, and the converse of family of lines states that it always passes through two given, it always passes through a fixed point, which is nothing but the point of intersection of that given two lines. That's exactly what I'm doing every time. In the third case also, I will do the same thing. I will simply write from here, I will write your C is nothing but 3a minus 2b over 5. Okay, and I will simply replace this in this equation. Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. You replace the c in this line. So what you are going to have? Ax plus by plus, so it gives us 5ax plus 5by plus 3a minus 2b equals to 0. So again, 5x plus 3 times a plus 5y minus 2 times b equals to 0. So again, you will say that it is of the form lambda L1 plus mu L2 equals to 0. Here the parameters lambda and mu are a and b respectively. Therefore, it is passing through a fixed point. What is that fixed point? It is the point of intersection of this line and this line, which is x is minus 3 over 5 and y is 2 over 5. Therefore, that fixed point here is minus 3 over 5, comma, I'm sorry, it is your, minus 3 over 5, 2 over 5. That's it. Is it clear to all? Now, I'm not going to complete this part. This you will do. But can you please give me some idea just by looking this expression? How to relate A, B and C? See, one thing I can easily see that A square, if I take 6AB in the right hand side, you are getting what? A square minus 6AB plus 9B square equals to 4C square. And this is basically A minus 3B whole square, which is your 4C square. Right? So you are getting A minus 3B is 2C or A minus 3B is minus 2C. Okay? So take the first condition and put it in the given equation, which is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Simply put that values over there to get, actually let me do it. From this, what you are getting? A is basically 3b plus 2c. Okay, now replace this. Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This equation is given. So in place of A, I'm writing 3b plus 2c into x plus by plus c equals to 0. So now if I remove the brackets, we are going to have 3x plus y times b plus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay. Now we can easily see that this line is passing through a fixed point. And that point is nothing but the point of intersection of this line and this line. So from here we are getting x as minus half And if I put x equals to minus half over here, we are getting y as 3/2. So 1 point we got for question number 4, 1 point we got as minus half, comma 3/2. Okay, one value we got this, and now again you put a equals to, from this equation, you again put a equals to 3b minus 2c. In the given equation ax plus by plus c equals to 0, you are going to get another point. Okay, so in this case, your answer will be either the fixed point is this, or the fixed point is whatever we will get after putting this second value in the given equation. Exactly the same way, I'm not doing it. I hope now it is clear to you how to handle the problems on family of lines. Okay? Okay. Now, if you have any problem, you can write in the comment section. So I will definitely get back to you. See this question, a pretty simple question. See, this came in JEE Mains 2019. What they have said? They have said consider all set of lines px plus qy plus r equals to 0 such that your 3p plus 2q plus 4r equals to 0. So what's the big deal? Simply find out what is your r from here. Okay, now simply put this value of r in this equation. So what you are getting? So 4px plus 4qy minus 3p minus 2q equals to 0. So from here, what we will write? P times 4x minus 3. 4x minus 3 plus q times 4y minus 2 equals to 0. Now, this is the converse of family of lines where p and q are two parameters. So here we will say that this line is passing through a fixed point. And that fixed point is nothing but the point of intersection of 4x minus 3, 0 and 4y minus 2, 0. From here we are getting x as 3 over 4. And from here we are getting y as 1 over 2. Okay. So the lines are concurrent at the point 3/4, 1, 2. Hence option B is correct. You know what is the meaning of concurrent? Lines will be concurrent. It means that all the lines are passing through a fixed point, only one point. Then we'll say that all those lines are concurrent. These are all concurrent lines. Okay? These are all concurrent lines because all these lines are passing through a fixed point, this point. So they are all concurrent lines, right? So all the set of lines this will pass through, all lines are concurrent and they are passing through the point 3/4, 1/2. That's it. Is it clear? Hence option B is correct. See how simple question JEE Mains used to give. Only thing is that you have to understand the logic. You have to keep those tips and tricks in your mind. Then you will be doing those sums at ease. See this question again. What is the question? Equation of all the lines passing through the point of intersection of this and this is given by this. Yes, we all know this. This is the family of lines. Now the question is, see, these are the family of lines. This line and this line. Suppose these two lines are given to us. Okay? These two lines are given to us. The equation of the first line is and the equation of the second line is Now the question is, through this point of intersection of these two lines, infinite number of lines are passing. Now you have to find out the equation of that line. You have to find out the equation of that line which is farthest from the point 7, 4. Farthest from the point. Can you tell me which line will be farthest from this point, passing through this point of intersection? There are millions of straight lines. There are millions of straight lines passing through it. Infinite number of straight lines are passing through it. But which line will be the farthest from this point? Which line will be the farthest line from this point? What is your idea? What is your idea? Tell me. The farthest line will be that line whose perpendicular distance is largest. Whose perpendicular distance from that line, from this point to that line, is farthest. Now the perpendicular distance will be farthest if the line joining this point and the point given this point, when they are perpendicular to each other, that is, this distance is the farthest. This distance is the farthest. That is, when the point joining this point and that point through which the lines are passing, it is perpendicular to that line, then only this perpendicular distance will be the farthest. I'm sorry, this distance will be the maximum distance. Otherwise, you take any line, the perpendicular distance drawn from this point 7, 4 to that line is not the largest one. And if it is not the largest one, it is not the furthest line from this point 7, 4. So the farthest line will be that line when the perpendicular distance from 7, 4 is largest to that line. And it is only possible when this point of intersection and the point 7, 4, this is perpendicular to the line passing through that point. That is on this line. This line, this dotted line, is perpendicular to this arrow wala line. This line will be the furthest line. Is it clear? Now, you have to find out the equation of the line passing through this. Of all these lines, one line is furthest from the point this. Find the value of lambda. So you have to find out the value of lambda in that case. Okay? Okay. So let me just write the equation. The family of lines, which is this. Is it clear? Now, can you please tell me what is the point of intersection of this? What is the point of intersection of this? Simply solve these two lines. Simply solve these two lines. So what I will do, I will multiply with 2 and then I will subtract to get y equals to 1. If I get y equals to 1, so you are getting x equals to 1 also, right? So this point of intersection is nothing but 1, 1. Okay. Now, what is the slope of this family of lines? Let me open the brackets. So what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line is minus lambda plus 2 coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. Is it clear? That is the slope of this line. Now we got this point as 1, 1 and this point given 7, 4. So what is the slope of the line joining these 2 points? It's 4 minus 1 over 7 minus 1. That's half. Okay. So can we say, since they're perpendicular to each other, so half times equals to minus 1. So if I solve, I will get the value of lambda. Is it clear? So we are getting your lambda as minus 4. Hence your option C is correct. Is it clear to all? So what we have learned from here that the farthest line will be that line where the perpendicular distance from a given point is largest. Then that line will be the farthest line from the given point. That's exactly what I have done here. Okay? So this, please try to remember this. Try to remember this method of solving when farthest from a point is asked. Okay? Chalo, let us move for the next problem. Okay, so now we will do what is called foot of perpendicular and image of a point. Okay, first of all, I will simply tell you how to find out the foot of the perpendicular and how to find out the image of a point with respect to a line. And then I will give you a shortcut method to find out the foot of the perpendicular as well as image of the point. But first, you understand the basic. We have been given a line here. And the equation of this line is y equals to 2x plus 6. Right? And the point is given over here, which is 4, minus 1. Now, what I'm doing is basically, I'm simply drawing a line. I'm drawing a perpendicular from this point on this line. Right? So, first thing is that we have to find out what is this foot of the perpendicular. This is my first question. And the second question is, you have to find out the image of this point with respect to the line mirror this. That is, this point will come somewhere, its mirror image will come somewhere here. So you have to find out. What is the coordinate of this point. This is basically the image of the point A. Let us denote this point by B. Okay, so what is the logic? Let us say the foot of the perpendicular be P. How to find out the foot of the perpendicular? A simple logic I am giving you. You know the equation of this straight line, which is y equals to 2x plus 6. It means you know the slope of this line. And the slope of this line is nothing but 2. Since your AP is perpendicular to the line, hence the slope of AP will be minus half. As we all know that M1 into M2 equals to minus 1 when they are perpendicular to each other. So the slope of AP is minus half and it is passing to the point 4, minus 1. So we know the equation of AP. What we know? Equation of AP. What is the equation of AP? Y minus y1 equals to M into x minus x1. Slope point form. So the equation will be 2y plus 2 is minus x plus 4. So x plus 2y is 2. So this is the equation of the line. This is the equation of the line AP. Now, if I solve this line and this line, we are going to have the point of intersection P. So simply solve that. We are having 2x minus y is minus 6. So simply if I solve this, let me multiply this with 2. And we are having x plus 2y is 2. So let me just add this. So we are going to have minus 10. So x is coming to minus 2, right? X is coming to minus 2. Now, if x is minus 2, then your y is coming to 2. Okay? Therefore, the coordinate of point P is nothing but minus 2, comma 2. Is it clear? So this is how we find out the foot of the perpendicular. Now we have to find out what is the image of point A with respect to this line. And image, we all know that the distance of the object from the mirror is same as the distance of the image from the mirror. So these two lines are equal. That is, point P is basically the midpoint of AB. So simply by applying the midpoint formula, we can find out this point. Let us assume this point be x comma y. So your x plus 4 over 2 will be minus 2, implies x is minus 8, and y minus 1 over 2 is 2. That gives us y equals to 5. Therefore, the image of the point 4 comma minus 1 with respect to the line y equals to 2x plus 6 is basically minus 8 comma 5. Okay, so this is the actual method of finding out the foot of the perpendicular and its image. But this is not possible for us to do it in the examination, right? Because such a long process, it will take a long time. Now, what we will do, we will simply apply a formula. Now, I am giving you a ready-made formula for this. A ready-made formula. What is that? It's this. The foot of the perpendicular drawn from this point on this line is given by this formula, right? See, it is very, very simple to remember. It's not a big deal to remember this. All you will do is you simply write x minus x1, the point which is given to us, x minus x1 by the coefficient of x equals to y minus y1 divided by the coefficient of y. This is the equation of the line given to us. So divided by b. This is equals to, give a minus sign and put this point which is given to us in this expression. So it will become ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by coefficient of x square, that is a square, plus the coefficient of y square, which is your b square. Is it clear? So from here, what is x and y? X and y is that coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular. X and y is what? This is the foot of the perpendicular. Okay, so from this equation, you can easily find out what is the foot of the perpendicular. Okay, let me just try the same sum that we have done right now by using this formula. What was the formula? I'm writing it here. X minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b equals to minus ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by a square plus b square. Okay, now what is x and y? Just now I have said this is my foot of the perpendicular. This what we are going to find out. What is x1 y1? In this case, our x1 y1 is 4 comma minus 1. That is, x1 is 4 and y1 is minus 1. And what is the equation in this case? The equation is 2x minus y plus 6 equals to 0. So if I simply apply the formula, see how I'm applying the formula. X minus 4 by 2. 2 is what? The coefficient of x equals to y minus y1, that is y plus 1, divided by the coefficient of y, which is nothing but minus 1, which is equals to minus sign is there. In this expression, you simply put 4 comma minus 1. So it will be 8 plus 1 plus 6 divided by square of the coefficient of x, that is 4, and square of the coefficient of y, that is 1. So you are getting x minus 4 over 2, y plus 1 over minus 1 equals to minus 15 over 5. That gives us minus 3. So straight away we'll say x minus 4 is minus 6. From here we are saying x is minus 2. And y plus 1 equals to 3. So from there we are getting y as 2. So this is the foot of the perpendicular which exactly we got here, minus 2 comma 2. Are you getting my point? So by virtue of this formula, you can instantly get the foot of the perpendicular. And that exactly what I'm going to apply every time when the foot of the perpendicular is required. So remember this formula by heart. And how to find out its image? It's simple. The same formula, only this two thing will come here. That's it. Same formula. You see this formula and this formula, they are same. Only thing is that this 2 is coming here. Getting my point? This 2 is coming here. So this is how we find out the image. Okay. So let us go for the previous problem and let us try to find out this sum. What will be the image of this? Simple. Here we actually got minus 3. We got here minus 3. Actually, it is the same thing. X minus 4 over 2, y plus 1 over minus 1. This is equals to minus. Only thing is that 2 times will come here. And the rest portion is same. Which is actually minus 3. So we are having this thing as 6. So what will be your x in this case? It will be, here we are getting 3, right? So it's 6. So what we are getting here? From here we are getting, have we done it correctly? Or any mistake I have done? Minus 3 will come, right? Because minus 3 we are actually getting. So after getting minus 6, oh, it is plus 6. So x is coming to 12 plus 4. We are getting 16. But here we got minus 8. How it is so? Have we done something wrong here? Have we done something wrong here? Please check it. Can you please comment me where I've done any mistake? It's coming, and the y part is coming. Y plus 1 is basically minus 6. So minus 6. So y is coming to minus 7 in this case. But we are having minus 8 comma 5. Have we done this thing correctly? Yes. By 2 minus 4 minus 8. It's okay. 4 and 5 is okay. Where I've done any mistake, please check it. We have applied the formula correctly. The formula was, everything was same, only this 2 thing will come. Okay, so have we done anything wrong here? Minus 2. Okay, just we are basically getting minus of. Can you please tell me where I have done any mistake? There is some calculation error over here. Otherwise, why we are not getting the same answer? X minus 4 by 2. So let me just write it again here. It is x minus 4 over a is coming to 2 equals to y plus 1. Y plus 1 over minus 1 equals to minus 2 times. In this equation, I am putting 2x minus y plus 6. In this equation, I am putting 4 comma minus 1, 8 plus 1 plus 6, right, divided by 2 square plus 1 square. We are getting the same thing, minus 2, 15 over 5, it's 3. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only 3. It's not minus 3. We got the final answer as minus 3. That's the wrong thing I have done. Here it's not minus 3. It will give us 3 only. So it is actually minus 6. Okay. So we are getting here, you see, it is 6 minus 2 plus 3. That is your minus 6. So x minus 4 is minus 12. So from here we are getting x as minus 12 plus 4 is minus 8. And for y we are getting y plus 1 equals to 6. So y will be 6 minus 1, that's 5. That's exactly what we got. Okay. That is why I have written this thing again. Because minus 3 is coming, this final answer. So it will be multiplied with only 2. I have multiplied with minus 2 over here. That's the wrong thing I have done. So let me just erase this portion. There's a calculation mistake over here. Okay. Now I hope it is clear to all of you. There is no doubt. Okay. So now we have learned how to find out the foot of the perpendicular and the image of the point when a line is given to us and the point which is outside this line. If I draw a perpendicular from this point on this line, we can find out its foot of the perpendicular by using this formula. And we can find out its image by using this formula. Is it clear to all? Okay. Now there is a little note. One must write it down. Image of point. This is for the shortcut. Image of point A comma B with respect to line y equals to x is always b comma a. That is, if I say what will be the image of minus 1 comma 2 with respect to the line y equals to x, you apply this formula of finding out the image, you are going to get the answer as 2 comma minus 1. So this is the shortcut way of remembering that for any a comma b, the image of a comma b will be b comma a with respect to the line y equals to x. This you must remember. And image of the point a comma b with respect to the origin, is always minus a comma minus b. That is, if I ask you, there is a point here whose coordinate is say 2 comma 4, then what will be its coordinate of the image with respect to the origin? The answer will be, the point will be minus 2 comma minus 4. So this is a shortcut way of remembering. Any point above the line y equals to x will give us, if a comma b is that point, the image will be b comma a. And if the point is a comma b with respect to the origin, its image will be minus a comma minus b. That's it. So please do remember this for shortcut in solving problem. Okay, now the most important part we are coming to is what called your reflection of light. Reflection of light. Okay. So actually our time is over. So what I will do, I will continue this class tomorrow only from this point, reflection of light. It will be a new conception. But before that, I will request all of you to revise whatever I taught you today as well as in the previous class. So revise those two classes, and tomorrow we are going to start with reflection of light. You will see this is basically the application of finding out the image and the foot of the perpendicular that you will learn. So this I'm going to start from tomorrow. Okay. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and stay tuned to us every day for these live classes. Thank you and see you tomorrow.